Welcome to my 103rd Facebook Live Wednesday. If you're wondering what you're listening to, it's Q Sakamoto's Sukiyaki. And the reason why I'm playing this song is because in the midst of my mom's passing, her transition to the afterlife, I believe she's in heaven. I had a dream about her last night that I'll share in another social media post. But this subject, finding calm in chaos, resonates so strongly with me because I've had moments in my life when I tried to take my life because of chaos, believing that, I was in chaos, that I allowed chaos overwhelm either, regret, resentment, whatever emotional attachment you have to a situation, to a person. You would think that listening to a song that I played to my mom a few days before she died would trigger her death. But instead, I turned it around and I knew that it was her transitioning to being reunited with my dad. I've been experiencing a lot of chaos recently, tax preparation, students who just don't understand sometimes simple math concepts. They're simple to me, but, practicing patience and then seeing them frustrated, seeing them, detest life because of their frustration at the moment made me realize that you can be 5 or, 57, and the chaos that we really believe we're in, it's really learning that it is not the people that we feel, we blame. Perhaps, something happened. Maybe, I know one of to me, one of the worst case scenarios would be, your son going to a prison, or maybe, a divorce, a miscarriage, terminal illness, diagnosis, losing a loved one. And it can be so chaotic because all of us just go along life, and it's truly a roller coaster ride, a roller coaster emotional ride. And sometimes, we really believe that we do not have control. But I'm here to remind you that we do always have a choice to choose chaos or to choose peace. But it might not seem possible because you're in the midst of a tornado of turmoil, or this, chaotic confusion makes you really believe that you want to avoid it. You want to get around chaos. But the only way to get through is, to just really, really heal and process and not let chaos get the best of you is to go right through it. And the many more times you go right through it, you'll get the strategies and the secret to handling chaos and not letting it be the fearful monster that takes control over your brain, over your heart, over your life. So I came up with just a few tips, simple tips, and I invite you to practice them the next time you feel like you're losing control, that things are just horrible, right? And it could be something as small, which I thought was the most horrible thing when I crashed into a yellow pole picking up my mom from daycare. And I was just like, that chaos of seeing your front hood smashed in while, picking up my mom from daycare. She has this Alzheimer's journey, and I was about to meet a friend that I hadn't seen in a couple years. And in the midst of, that shock of, did I just smash my car? It could be, I remember when my dad was diagnosed with bladder cancer, when we knew that my mom was about to, her life was going to end in a matter of hours or days. And when you're facing that, it truly is a chaotic swirl of emotions, right? And they're never positive emotions. You can try to convince yourself, But I would like you to, and I've been doing meditations now for a while. I just recorded number 60, which is finding calm in chaos, dedicated for this very Facebook Live topic. And it's really when you take that deep breath, and it's like deep breathe, count of 4 in, hold for 4, and do that about 5 times. Really focus just on the in and out of breath, and just tell yourself, I accept this. Because when you resist, chaos persists. So really be in the acceptance. I acknowledge that I am losing it right now. I accept that this is not how I expected my life to be. And then your mindset shift. I am going to get through it. The only way to live is go, I can't go around it. I can't avoid it. I am just going to go through it, and I'm going to be fine. But observe the trigger. I had a major meltdown. I stopped in the middle of it. I've been mentioning this before, but you have 90 seconds to really accept, acknowledge, take a deep breath, and step back. So you do not attach yourself to the emotion that's associated with the event or the person that's causing the anguish, or even if it's a personal anguish towards you and you think, I can't take this anymore. Detach, accept, take that deep breath, because if you go into that and it's longer than 90 seconds, you're in that fight, flight, that energy where, oh my gosh, I need to I can't do this. And if it's longer than 90 seconds, it can take sometimes months, it can take sometimes years, it can create PTSD, but really be aware. So I was aware, it was relating to taxes, I wanted to end it, and we needed a GE tax license for my mom's property. And I wanted it to be done. My husband had to finish work. It was 10 at night. I kind of spent a few minutes going crazy looking for it. And I thought, you know what? And I thought of this live that I was going to do. And I thought, what a perfect example where I feel like, oh my gosh, then you go into, I don't know about you, but I go into blame mode. Why couldn't I have prevented this? Why couldn't I be more organized? Why did I have to be incompetent? So as a parent, right, why didn't I raise my child to make better choices? Why isn't my child doing what I think is responsible behavior? Why are they making these mistakes? Did I not do the right thing in raising them? Stop in the middle of that chaos, because the more you get into it, the more you spin out of control, and it takes longer to get back into that peaceful mode. I've been going through chaos for, let me tell you, close to, almost 60 years, believe it or not. And I'm realizing we'll never get it, right? Chaos will always appear, but it's our relationship with chaos that can change. It's almost like having chaos, in your car. Make room for it. Don't kick it to the curb, because it's going to keep finding itself back into your life. But it's your relationship with it. You can have it there, but you say, you're there, chaos. You're going to talk loud. It sounds crazy, but chaos needs to know that it has a place in your life, but you're not going to engage. You're not going to let it be empowering, and you are going to be in control. So observe also the trigger. What caused this chaotic emotional outburst? Was it that you felt that it was unfair for this to happen to you? Why did this happen to, that's what I felt like. One time I had a massage, super relaxed, and then my alarm went off in my house and I totally forgot the code. And it was like, the fire department, police department were coming, and I was in that, I just got a massage. Why did this have to happen? Why couldn't I remember the code? And so notice the triggers. A lot of times, is it because someone told you that you were wrong, or that, they felt that, or you feel that, why does this always have to happen? If you find yourself asking these types of questions, like, this should not happen. Why didn't they fill in the blank? This is unacceptable. I hate to say this, but we choose the victim mode when we blame external sources, and it could be true, but does it change the situation? Does it melt your chaos? No. That chaos comes in even stronger with horns, and just picture the scariest like monster. It is there to attack your peace, to steal your peace, to control your mindset. So detach emotionally, right? Take that deep breath. And if you can, change your environment, because as little as, I would say, 30 seconds, if you're in the car and you're thinking about it, and I've done this, I've taken my dogs on a walk, or as I'm driving, right? As I'm driving and I'm thinking, why did this have to happen? Why did my student do this? Why did I allow these taxes? Why did my daughters do this? Or why do I take the blame? The why question, stop. So what you need to do is, if you are just like about to lose it, look around. What do you see? I see that tree. I see my bed. What do you hear? I see the humming of my AC. I hear the leaves rustling outside. Once you start focusing on something totally different, your brain is already disengaged from the chaos, because it can't be chaotic and observing at the same time, right? Which is why kids playing video games get really into it, and while they think they can do it while listening to the boring lesson the teacher is doing, and it is really hard. Your brain, this multitasking, which I always thought was good, because as moms, we are having to have a conversation, and then we're cooking, then the phone rings, and then we have to add to our grocery list, and we just do it. But it really drains our energy, and it just makes us feel even more chaotic, because there's just more things that we have to do. So when you detach and remind yourself, you are not the situation. I am not the death of my mom. I am not, I used to say, I'm an orphan now. I don't have any siblings. I'm totally alone. Yes, I have daughters. And then I go into the victim mode. And then I thought, let's flip switch it. My parents are reunited. Yes, I could go, I'm never going to be able to have a conversation with them. I'm never going to be able to have dinner and hug them. Then I flip switched it. But I can always converse with them and just know that they are in my heart. They're with me 24/7. And so now I find myself, the girls are like, come on, Papa, help us find a parking space. And a parking space magically just opens and is available. Or, I'm in my head and I think, I can't do this. I'm so emotionally exhausted. Maybe a student is giving me a hard time. And I just deep breathe. And taking that deep breath does relieve a tiny bit of the chaos, to the point where you can just picture yourself, you are just stepping outside of the chaos, and this chaos can be this just tornado, like some kind of storm, and you step outside and you just observe it. Wow, chaos really wants to take over my mind right now, but you know what? Not today. And I remember taking a class, and they just said, if you see those two words, not today. I'm not giving into that chaotic mental madness. Not today. COVID numbers rise, or you have a fight, or you find out that I've had friends who've been diagnosed. Their children have been diagnosed with terminal illness, or they themselves find out that they, have cancer, and they immediately go to, oh my gosh, my life's going to end. And so I remember having a talk, and they said, my mindset changed. And I thought, what did I say? Because I go on. And he said, because you said that you knew people who lived more in that time that they had left, than all the years, the decades that they were alive, to see the beauty of cancer. And in the beginning, I thought, I never even imagined that cancer had beauty. And I saw the beauty in my mom's dying. One of my friends said she couldn't believe that I had the courage. I didn't even think of it as courage. I didn't know if I was going to be criticized, if I was going to be judged. I was in chaos. And I was posting pictures of my mom in the last, 24 hours, the last 2 weeks, staring at the ceiling. I was singing to her. I was cuddling with her. And now that I look back, they're not sad memories. I was there. I wasn't there when she passed. I was a little upset, a little chaotic. And then I thought, you know what? I talked to someone and he said in the 30 years in the business, most people don't, if they have a choice, they don't want their loved one to be with them. Some of them I'm sure do, but I thought she didn't want me to be there because she passed maybe a couple hours after the girls and I left. But, don't define yourself with chaos. That's a big one. And how to find moments of calm. I was talking to my husband this morning. I thought, he's like, go, 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 go. I don't even know if he meditates. And then I felt like it was up to me to teach him how to find inner calm. And I thought, I have to just let him do his journey and share my journey and share what I feel can hopefully benefit and influence anyone watching this. I have my YouTube channel that I encourage you to subscribe. Tomorrow will be the 60th Mama Meditation, not just for moms, it's for anyone who wants to experience inner calm. I have some on depression, on, inner blockages maybe, or being upset, insomnia, all sorts of topics that create, when you think about it, chaos can be created with any kind of situation. It can be irritation from peers, from coworkers, from spouses, from yourself, right? We create our own chaos. But a little calm goes a long way. A brisk walk. You cannot walk outside, walk around your house. Walk from one room to another. Blast your favorite music. My go-to is How Deep Is Your Love? I can be super angry. I can be in tears, and for some reason, How Deep Is Your Love comes on, and I would say within 5 seconds, I am smiling, hearing the Bee Gees sing. If it's the Happy by Pharrell Williams, if it's, a Beatles song, just something that really makes you happy. I just thought of Walking on Sunshine, something that just makes you smile. Dance around, even if you're in the toilet and you just have your earbuds in, or you pretend that you're listening to ocean waves, or just something that brings you joy. If you're a grandchild, you have a pet, you have a favorite memory of your childhood. Lately, I've been looking through old albums and I saw me hanging upside down. We're in front of the elephants and my mom's posing with her sunglasses, looking all like, like a very fashionable mom, and I'm just upside down, acting silly, and I thought, I never saw that photo before. But I do get nervous doing these lives, believe it or not, and I thought, revisiting our childhood memories, the positive ones, can really just destroy the chaos. I asked someone who I'm calling it parent mentoring instead of coaching, and I said, bring back a positive 5-year-old memory. She had a lot of really traumatic memories that she's been sharing, and we're talking about it. And it's, good to share the bad times and then process it. Oh, this is why I fear abandonment. This is why I fear judge. I get really upset when someone judges me or rejects my opinion. And she said it was when she had this frilly dress. She described the shoes. She described her bag, and her face just glowed. So I invite you to keep chaos away. Really, really just, tell yourself, remind yourself, it is not the specific event or the people, and your personal thoughts, your judgments, right, your attitudes. It's our thoughts causing the chaos. It's the judgment where this should not happen. This is ridiculous. Why is this happening? Why isn't my child or my spouse not seeing what I see? Why don't they see that they need to fill in the blank? I used to tell Thomas, and I mean, you figure we're going to be making, what, 27 years? This Friday makes 22 years of being married. We've had many, many years of, well, I was going to say years of conflict, thousands of conflicts. And we were doing our taxes together for like the second or third year because our CPA passed away. And we thought, oh my gosh, how are we going to get through this? And I found myself getting upset, right? And then we both just look at each other, and it's almost like you know, you get into it, then you realize, just that one deep breath. One deep breath. Thank you so much, Mary, for joining in. Patricia, Glenn, about to end here, but really choose peace over conflict, peace over chaos, peace even over being right. That's a hard one for me. Someone said, well, what if in order to have peace, you need to be right? You won't have peace. But you know, whether it's a terminal illness, death, loss, some traumatizing event happens, you can still choose not to be emotionally attached because we do have a choice. I think it's a default. You know, I find stressed out moms saying, I cannot take this anymore, you know? And I've been there. Sometimes you get so upset. I remember feeling guilty where I did not want to be in the room, in the house with my family because you just think they're the ones causing it. They're not. They're doing their own thing. They're just like creating chaos. But guess what? Chaos transforms. Chaos builds resilience, right? Anything that causes you hardship, just tell yourself, oh, I am building resilience. I am growing. I am experiencing life, because if your goal is to be peaceful at all times, you're going to be disappointed. Lately, a lot of kids are like, this is boring. School is boring. And I told them, you know what? I'm realizing that boredom is a skill that I need to teach. Because is school boring? Yes. Is life boring sometimes? Yes. So don't allow chaos to control you, and know that it is possible and you will get through it no matter what. My daughter arrives at 9 p.m. tonight, and I'm realizing, you know what? I felt like the house needed to be in order. I felt like the taxes need to be done. We did ours, probably 10, 12 hours, but now we have to do my mom's. And I wanted to be done, right? And I don't know about you, but I am schedule oriented, and I have my checklist. And it might be very, I want it to be very neat, but it is like chaotic. This is like an easy day for me. But I was also under the weather, right? I had a fever and just not feeling well. When you have stomach pains, you feel like, I feel like, how can I be productive when I am in pain? Then I decided, I did like every meditation on, don't underestimate the power of like, I did a 12-minute, seems forever, 12-minute meditation with a yoga for irritable bowel syndrome. I did like everything. And guess what? After 12 minutes, guys, life was bearable. So when you're in that chaos, your goal should be, can I do something just to make the chaos just tone down a bit? Maybe I can detach. Maybe I can move, remove myself physically. Maybe I can blast my favorite song. Maybe I can envision a childhood memory. Maybe I can watch a funny YouTube video, or really cute. I love the panda, baby pandas, a rescued puppy, kittens talking to each other. That can flip switch my mood and just put chaos in it just shrinks the chaos until it's like really, really tiny, and you think, I can get through this. So thanks for watching, guys. If you have any ideas on future Facebook Live topics, please let me know. And other than that, I really appreciate all the positive comments that, I've been receiving. Please follow me on TikTok. It's Letting Go with Aloha. Instagram, also Letting Go with Aloha. I've added a few things to my website, www.lettinggowithaloha.com. If you want to message me and let me know, just anything. If you have comments, questions, topics, concerns, I am here for you. Since my mission lately has been to help anyone, most of my clientele are students and moms, but if you are someone that just is having a chaotic time or you feel like I cannot handle this anymore, message me and I would love to have just a chat session with you. And I will talk to you next time. Enjoy Easter weekend. Most of you, or I think a lot of you, have Good Friday off. I just have 2 sessions planned, but take time to just be and make friends with chaos, but don't engage. Just like have chaos there, but you're not engaging. Just imagine they're not allowed. You're in your car. They don't allow to change the station. They don't allow to hold the steering wheel. They're not allowed to even open their mouth, because if they do, you just see them as a little cloud. It's kind of like, you know how kids are really good at just, you go on and on and on and on and on, and then they just tune you out. You can tune out chaos and find peace.